Welcome back, everyone. As Ashlyn said, there is a full moon tonight, and there's many rituals that come with that. So we're going to actually learn one practice right here with the help of Kim Hobbs from Downtown Yoga Fargo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming and bringing everything.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's break it down. What do you guys have going on then today?
Yeah, so to celebrate the full moon, we have a ghee making workshop this evening at 5:30. And so I'll talk a little bit about what ghee is and why we make ghee on the full moon. So ghee is clarified butter. So with you would want to get organic unsalted butter, and when you melt it down and it starts to boil, all the milk solids sink to the bottom. So then you just have the pure essence of the butter or of the milk, and it represents a myriad of things. Physically, right? Ghee, or when you think about butter, it's soft, it's juicy, right? So the reason that we make it on the full moon, and in relation to the Vedic tradition where this process of making ghee in this way comes from, is to ingest it in some way, which then kind of builds that juiciness, that softness in your own body, and kind of enhances what we already have. So
yeah, I love that. And butter is like the foundation of a lot of recipes in the first place, so it kind of like represents that. My personal take on that. Yeah. So what does it mean to you doing this practice on a full moon? Yeah,
so the Vedic tradition, the yogic traditions they spread far and wide, and they encompass a lot of things. So for me, you know, living this lifestyle and integrating these practices into my life, really, you know, give my life that juiciness, that softness, right? And it's, you know, as a way to ease your body, ease your mind, so that you can live with stability and ease rather than with force or strain and, you know, kind of living in that rat race, right? Just little practice, even as small as this might seem, right? Integrating these types of things in your life, can build that up. So
yeah, absolutely. Just celebrating being.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So I think we're going to get into it and how you make ghee. So what's the first step? Yeah. So
I've brought some organic unsalted butter here that you could get anywhere, and then you can do this on a regular stove. Obviously, I'm not bringing a stove in here, so this is just a little camp stove. So we'll just turn that on.
Yeah, that's nice and convenient.
It is super convenient. This is one of the best purchases my husband and I have ever made.
Yeah.
So once you get it on, you're just going to pour the butter into, we'll just do it like this, into the pot, and it will start to melt. Okay. As you're doing this, the sort of ritual part of this practice is chanting different mantras. And so we won't be chanting the mantras, but that is, kind of a piece of this broader ritual outside of just the process of making the ghee. There's a lot more that kind of goes into it too, but this is kind of the most tangible piece. So we let the butter melt. And so, I mean, we've all melted butter. I think I can probably assume that everyone has melted butter, right? So it's kind of, So it's kind of this pale color once it starts to melt. And so when it begins transforming into this clarified version, or the ghee, it starts to turn this bright yellow color. It's almost luminous, right? And so ghee, and the reason that we do it on the full moon is that it is representative of soma nectar, which is something in the Vedic tradition we believe we all have, and it's this nectar of immortality or of life, right? So again, that kind of juiciness, that softness, right? That luminosity. And so on a full moon, right, the moon is very luminous, and so the ghee, the butter transforms into that sort of luminous color, right? So again, representing this internal nectar that we have on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I love that. And so how long have you guys been doing the ghee making?
So I have not ever offered it at Downtown Yoga. I'm the new owner of the studio, so I'm kind of introducing this practice to the studio. But, just because it is new to us here, this is a very, very ancient practice that I feel privileged and grateful to be able to share, and want to make sure that I give, homage to those that have came up with this, and the origins of the tradition that I get to be a part of now, or we get to be a part of now.
Absolutely. So where can people find Downtown Yoga and other workshops?
Yeah, so Downtown Yoga is conveniently downtown.
There we go.
It is right on Broadway, right next to Daly's Market. So we have classes every day and workshops every month. So our website, downtownyogaffargo.com, and our Instagram page are really the best places to find when we're having events and all of that. We will also be having a 200-hour basic yoga teacher training later this year, which, you know, even if you aren't thinking that you want to teach yoga, but you're interested in these traditions and these practices, it's a really wonderful opportunity to do that.
Yeah, lovely. All right, let's just get a little peek of the color then, and then we got to get out of here. All right.
So right now it's bubbling up, but you might be able to see.
Is there any way we can tilt
tilt it up, maybe. You might be.
Maybe not. Okay. It's like a bright yellow butter.
Yeah, it's starting to get luminous for sure. Yeah, so in a few minutes it'll be, the milk solids will go to the bottom and we'll have pure ghee.
All right, awesome. And we will post a picture of the finished product on our Facebook so you guys can see that. But we got to get out of here. There's lots more coming up on today's show. We're going to talk about an internship opportunity at the Plains Art Museum. We'll have those details after the break.